Good. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. We're going to take toes to the back. Reach. I'm going to turn so you can see, but it's belly buttons in. Notice my arms are straight. They're not going super high. 4, 3. Knees to the front. We're going to reach. Reach and pull, getting a little bit more shoulders. 8, 7, 4, 3. Hamstring curls. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. 8, 6, 4, 3. We're going to do penguins. Penguins. This is our straight leg, minor shift side to side, little glute squeezes. You should be feeling these already. 4, 3. Keep the feet wide. Take it down and up, down, up. You can start to add your wood chop arms. So make sure we're not rounding our back. We're staying nice and tall. And we have a really big block of wood. It's not really far down. 2. Let's go diagonal. So take it down, up. So watch the knees, watch the hips. We want to make sure we're not doing this with our lower body. Good. Let's do the other side. Down, up. So we're waking up that core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, keep it in the center. Low mini squats. So we're doing our hinge. Hips go back first. Then we start to bend the knees. 4, 3, 2. Step together. Forward step and reach. Forward step and reach. Doesn't have to be a lunge. Just that forward step. All right, now we're gonna reach and we're gonna try to go down to the foot. But again, we're not rounding our back. So we're not doing the arch. We're shifting our weight into our glutes. 4, 3, 2, switching, backward step, open and close. I'm definitely feeling this today, and I knew I would. I was painting ceilings yesterday. All right, let's take the arms overhead. My least favorite thing to do. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, jog it out or high knee march. Whichever feels better for you. I kind of like the flooring. It's nice and cushy. I like this. All right, jumping jacks. Here we go. Out and in. Arms can stay low or they can go overhead. Good. 4, 3, 2. Let's march it out. Sidestepping, grab a drink of water, whatever you prefer. So we're going to go for a really simple, really basic workout today. So we're going to do 30 seconds of an upper body or 30 seconds of a lower body exercise, 30 seconds of an upper body exercise, 10 seconds in between, 3 rounds. All right, so we're gonna start. Our first combination is gonna be squats and rows. So grab weights, have them nearby. You can use the same weights for squats that you do for rows, or you can alternate, but have your weights nearby. We're gonna do 30 seconds of squats in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So take it down and up. So we have time. You can do any squat that you would like. You can hold the weights in front. You can hold them at your shoulders. You can hold them low and reach for the floor. You can even do side and do a suitcase pickup. You decide what's going to work best for you today. Keep going. You got about 5 more seconds to go. Good. 10-second rest so you can transition to different weights if you'd like. We're going to do our rows. So tall posture. We're going to push those hips back. Forward fold. Time is on. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. So think about where your arms are going. You don't want to bring them to your armpits. And if you're really upright, you're going to wind up getting a lot of shoulders. So that forward fold, squeezing the shoulder blades together. So it's less about going, it doesn't have to necessarily be perfectly straight up and down. I do a little bit of an up and back. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it up. 10-second rest. Back to our squats. So decide if you want to keep this weight or if you want to switch. 2, 1. Good. Down and up. Nice, good squats. Think I need to do, oh, now I know why, maybe. I'm like, do my pants look purple to you? Because they're not. They're green. So I don't know if it's my lighting or if it's my computer monitor. But something I just happened to notice. I was like, I didn't think I put on purple pants today, and I didn't. All right, shake it out. 30 seconds of rows. Something else for me to figure out and play with today, I guess. Here we go, rows, squeeze and release. So belly button stays in. Notice I have a pretty neutral spine, neutral back position. So I'm not letting my back round and tucking my tail feathers. This is actually more stress on your back. Neutral spine, belly button in. If your arms start getting tired, you're welcome to alternate right, left. 5 more seconds. Good, bring it up. All right, last round. Decide if you want to keep the weights or if you want to switch them out. All right, here we go, down and up. You're welcome to try another position too. You can always try holding the weights in front, nice and close to the body, or hold them down in the middle. But we want to make sure, again, we want to try really hard not to bow. I don't want to see the top of your head. I want to see your lovely smiling faces. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, rows last time. Short rest period. And then we're going to do our next set. Here we go. 30 seconds. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. So you're pinching the bra strap, pinching the strap in the tank top in the back, or squeezing an orange. About 12 more seconds, then a short rest period, and we're going to move to our new round of exercises. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. Set those weights down. Grab a super quick drink of water. Our next set of exercises is going to be reverse lunges and lateral raises. All right, for the reverse lunges, we're going to do alternating right, left. So 1 and 1. If you need to, you can always do a deadlift. This is an option if you're having issues with knees or hips today. So grab weights if you want them. 30 seconds. Your time is on. So time is on, reverse lunges, or you can always do deadlifts if you need to. We're going to do those later as well, but it's always an option. So stepping back, staying nice and tall. We want to make sure we aren't folding forwards. We're staying upright. Our next exercise is going to be lateral raises. Good. Set those down. Lateral raises. I'm going to go for a lighter weight. All right, time is on. So out and down. If you want to make this a little harder, you can add a balance challenge. Stand on a balance beam, stand on one leg, or add alternating marching. Always an option. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to go back to our reverse lunges. So arms can be down by your side, at your shoulder. Time is on. So down and up. So weight is in that front heel. We don't want to let it shift into our toes. And when you stand up, push through that front heel. Really think that you don't have very much support under your toes and you have to push through the heel to stand up. 2 and 1. Good. Lateral raises. Round 2. So same thing if you were doing balance beam, switch. If you were doing single leg, switch. Time is on. If you were doing the march, go back to your alternating marches. So nice and tall. So really watch yourself. I notice that when I go to my left side, I tend to lean a little. So I'm really watching it. Trying not to. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Short rest. Round 3. Reverse lunges. So we're just going back and forth through these 3 exercises. 2 exercises, time's on. These 3 rounds. So staying shoulders over your hips. And again, you all know it can be a shallow lunge and still be a good lunge. So your back heel is lifted. We're not focusing on pushing that back heel down. We're balancing on the big toe and the ball of the foot. Good. Set it down. Bringing it up for our lateral raises. If you were doing balance beam, try something different. Here we go. Out and in. Or if you noticed a side for your balance beam that was a little unsteady, do that side again. So just out and in, nice and slow. Your weights can stay nice and light. If you are able to, you can also do pour the milk jug. This is an option. Shorter lever. That one I can't do because it'll pop my tendon out. So I do long levers. Good. Set it down. Grab a quick drink of water. And we are going to keep going. So this is your water period. This is your rest. So next round, we're doing stiff leg deadlifts and tricep kickbacks. All right, stiff leg deadlifts. This is the one where you can grab a single weight and hold it behind you. That is my preference, but if you're not able to, hold the weights in front of you. You're nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears. Weight is pulling you down, and you just bow and squeeze the glutes to come back up. Or in front, same thing, come on up. 30 seconds, your time is on. So down and up, whether it's in front or it's behind. My kettlebell, my weight is brushing my legs. We want to make sure we're not letting it go out past our toes. We're pushing our hips back, touching the wall, stretching the hamstrings. We're wearing a corset. So nice and tall. My hands get to about my knees, and then I'm good. I just like in the back because it forces you to keep a little bit of a taller posture. Good. Set it down. We're grabbing weights for tricep kickbacks. Tricep kickbacks. So our lovely finish position, back and in. Your time is on. Now you can alternate right, left if that's what you need to do. Just back and in. So again, making sure we're not upright and popping our shoulder forward. This is not a good position for our shoulders. We want to keep them down and back. Good shoulder blade position. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up nice and tall. Round 2 for our deadlifts. Again, weight can be in front or it can be behind. Time is on. So tall posture, whichever you pick. You're folding, keeping your weight from your hips in your heels. So if you feel your toes digging into the ground, you're shifting your weight forwards, and we want to try to avoid that. We're shifting our weight back and coming up tall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set it down. Tricep kickbacks. Round 2. So for this one, you can have a foot in front if it feels better. Time is on. Back and in. So whichever position feels better for you, alternating or both at the same time. Shoulders are still dropped down and back, away from the ears. So even if your weight is light, good squeeze on the way back and keep it controlled. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. Deadlifts. Round 3. So I'm going to do in front this time. Good. Time is on. So down and up. Good. So holding it in front or holding it behind you. So shoulders down. This is a very stiff movement. So again, different than yoga. We're not trying to get to our toes. We're just trying to get a little stretch of the hamstrings and then a squeeze to come up nice and tall using the glutes. Good. One more. Good. All right. Tricep kickbacks. Quick transition. Time is on. So back and in. So think about keeping it nice and controlled. If you want to go quick, you go quick back and then you resist. See if you can take it back and hold it for a second, then come back in. Back, hold, and bring it in. Hold that extra little bit of tension on those triceps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up, shake it out. A little bit of movement around, grabbing that water. Next round, we have lateral lunges and bicep curls. All right, option 1, wide legs, back and in, back and in. Option 2, out, together, out, together. Alternating. Option 3, grab a weight. You decide. 3, 2, and 1. Time is on. So side, together. You can hold it at your chest, hold it at your shoulders. Good step. So toes pointing forwards, sitting back into those hips. So again, it can be shallow and still be good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bicep curls. I'm going to switch hand positions each time. I'm going to start with my basic bicep curl. Here we go. Up and down. Now when we do biceps, try not to have your elbows digging into your tummy in front. Try to have them directly under your shoulders. And when the arms come up, try not to let the elbow go forward. We're just squeezing something in the crook of our elbow, getting our hand close to our shoulder, but it doesn't have to go past our shoulder or touch it. Good. All right, lateral lunges, round 2. Change weights or drop them if you don't want to use them. 3, 2, 1. Good. Down and up. I'm adding a little reach. This is an option, and you can do this without weights as well, but we want to make sure we're not turning and bending over. So just good form. I'm thinking about setting something down just inside my foot, right next to it. Again, shallow is okay. Still adding that reach. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bicep curls. I'm switching to palms facing in. Hammer curls. 3, 2, 1. Good. In and down. Like I'm trying to touch the end of the weight to my shoulder. Or I'm swinging a hammer. So making sure as we come up, we're not allowing our back to arch and our ribs to stick out. Tuck them under. Just bring it up and down. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, you've got one more round. Lateral lunges and bicep curls, and then we're gonna head down to the floor for a couple of rounds. All right, time is on. So lateral lunge, bring it up. Lateral lunge, bring it up. So just like in our squats and our lunges, the leg that steps out, we want our weight in that heel, and we want to push off with that entire leg, that entire foot, and especially the heel. So we're sitting back into a chair. Good, bring it in. Bicep curls. Pick a position, palms up or palms in. I'm switching to a palms down, much lighter weight. So this is a reverse curl. This one can sometimes be a little uncomfortable. So if it is, pick one of the other positions. You also want a much lighter weight for this particular exercise because we're using smaller muscles that support our elbow. And if it doesn't feel good or it feels really odd, switch to one of the other positions and it's fine. Good, set it down. All right, short rest period. We're heading down to the floor. We're going to do, and you can do this one standing if you need to. So you can do these next couple rounds standing if you have to stay up. We're going to do a kneeling, sitting, or standing overhead press or a front raise. We're going to do fire hydrants. So if you're standing, you'll do a side leg lift. If you're on the floor, fire hydrants. After that, we have push-ups or chest press, and then we have glute squeezes. So grab weights that you can do chest presses and overhead presses with. Decide if you want to go down to the floor or if you want to stay up or even go to a seated position for a couple of exercises. All right, so option 1 is a seated or kneeling overhead press. We're working on core strength. So if you're seated, you're gonna try to sit tall and not rock back. Nice and tall, reaching overhead. You can also do kneeling. So on your knees, make sure our hips aren't back, they're tucked under. Straight line, shoulders, hips to knees. I like to tuck my toes under, arms at the shoulders, and we're gonna come up and back down again. 30 seconds, your time is on. So with this one, it's okay to go a little bit out in front if that feels better for your shoulders. So just up and down. You can also go a little out to the side if that feels okay as well. But we want to make sure we're not arching just because we want to get those arms right up over our head. It's not how our shoulders like to work. So a little bit of a diagonal, 2 and 1. Good, bring it down. Fire hydrants, hands and knees. We're gonna do one side. So bird dog position, we're just gonna come out and in and your time is on. So the trick with this one is we don't wanna let all of our weight, we don't wanna shift our weight into that leg that we're on. We wanna stay nice and tall, hips are level, just going out to the side and back in. So our knee stays bent, our toe is pulled up in a flexed position. We're pushing that floor away and keeping our core nice and tall. Good. All right, coming back to our kneeling position for overheads. You You can also come to half kneeling if that feels better. So remember, tuck the hips under. Here we go. So we're getting a core workout as we do this because we're pulling our belly button in and we're squeezing our glutes. A lot of times our ribs tend to flare when we do this and we wind up doing this. And it may not seem like it. It's a very small movement, but it happens. We want to try to avoid that. So your arms can go a little out in front if they need to. Good, bring it down. Fire hydrants, other side. Other side. So, good position, out and in, your time is on. Now if you're not good at being on your wrists, you can do this on your elbows, but you really need to watch your position. So it's a little different, but you still need to keep that nice neutral spine. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. Last time through. So our nice good overhead. So tuck the ribs, squeeze the glutes. Here we go. Up and down. If you're starting to feel it, you can always alternate right, left, or you can even choose to do this without the weights. That is always an option. You can work on range of motion and staying tall. So I still have a couple people that are shifting their weight back towards their heels. I really want you to see if you can squeeze those glutes. Now, almost like you're trying to push yourself taller. Good, bring it down, set it down. We're gonna alternate our fire hydrants. Alternate our fire hydrants, right, left. Time is on. So right and left. And your challenge with this one is to not let stuff go. Nice and controlled. You decide where the knees lift to and where you set them back down. So it's like the pendulum, only it's moving a little more slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit back. Circle those wrists. Give them a little bit of a break. Next round, we are doing push-ups or chest presses, and then we're going to do glute bridges. So you decide if you want to do a push-up or if you want to do a chest press. I'm going to try something really quick. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. I'm like, all of my students kind of disappeared on me. I want to make it better. There we go. Okay. This is what happens when you hit the wrong button and you're not even paying attention. All right. Push-ups or chest presses. I'm going to do chest presses for a couple rounds, and then I might finish with push-ups, and we're going to do our glute squeezes. So go ahead, grab weights. If you're going to do the chest presses, take it all the way down, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. If you would like to add a little more core, you can take your legs up into a dead bug position, but you decide what you want to do. So 3, 2, 1. Good. Time is on. Pushing up and slowly lowering. So I'm doing elbows close to my body for my chest press because it feels a little bit more stable. You can have your arms out, but they should be at an angle 30 to 45 degrees. You don't want to have them straight out. Good. Bring the feet down. Set the weights down. Option to add one to the crease of your hips for your glute bridges. Time is on. I'm going to do both legs this round and do a weighted glute bridge. The next 2 rounds, I'm going to do single leg unweighted. Good. Lifting through the heels and the glutes, pushing the knees towards the toes. 2 and 1. Good. Grab weights or flip over for your push-ups. Shoulders away from the ears, belly's in. Time is on. Reach and down. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Nice, good press. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Glute bridges. You can do both legs if you'd like. I'm going to switch to a single leg bridge. Good. Bring it up. So single leg bridges are quite a bit more challenging than doing both legs at the same time, especially if you pull that knee into the chest because you're doing a hip lock. So you're locking your hip position in. So we want to keep our knees and our hips steady. Try not to let them wobble and move in and out on the up and down. Good. Bring it down. All right, we're gonna go to our chest press, round 3, or we're gonna do push-ups. That's right, I said I would do push-ups this time. So your time is on. So just nice, good, down and up, chest press or push-ups, your choice. So shoulders away from the ears. We wanna make sure that we're not going down and then letting our hips sag. We're squeezing those glutes, pulling that belly button in. You have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, last time for glute bridges. If you did single leg, this time you need to do the other side or continue with your double leg. Time is on. Lift and lower. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just sit back and relax. Stretch it out. You have the option to grab a drink of water if you would like. All right, we're gonna head for some stretching. So make sure that your area around you is nice and clear. You don't have any weights or anything that you are going to run into. So all the way down onto your backs, knees bent, feet flat. So we're gonna take our right leg straight, and we're going to pull our left knee into the chest, grabbing behind the thigh, and we're gonna straighten and bend. So straighten and bend. So you just want to go so that you can feel a stretch in the hamstring. Doesn't have to be a perfectly straight knee. Just stretch and then down. Good. Let's take it up. Keep the knee relaxed. We're just going to circle our ankle. Let's go the other direction. Good. Keep that knee a little bit bent. You're going to take that knee and you're going to bring it across the body and allow your body to follow so that you can get your toe to touch the floor. And then if you feel comfortable, you can start to straighten that leg as well, stretching the glutes and the side of the hip, maybe a little bit of hamstring. Good. Bring it back into the center. Left leg is straight, right leg, we're gonna pull that knee into the chest. And again, just grabbing behind the thigh enough that we straighten and bend our knee. So we're just getting a little quad strength while we stretch our hamstrings. Let's take it up, slight bend in the knee, and we're just gonna circle. And other direction. Good, slight bend in the knee. We're gonna pull that leg across the body. Allow your body to come with it if you need to. And then if you can, start to straighten that leg. It may not go perfectly straight. You may feel an awesome stretch with the leg bent, and that's all you need. Good, let's bring it back into the center. We're gonna take our knees bent, feet flat, take them together, squeeze the inner thighs together. Arms are out to the side in the form of the letter T, palms facing up. We're gonna rotate both knees to one side, and as we do, our opposite arm turns palm down. Return to the center, and palm is up. Then move to the other side with the knees. Palm rotates down, and come back up. So my knees go to the right, and my left palm drops to the floor. Then they return to center. My knees go to the left. My right palm rotates to the floor. Good. One more on each side. Good. Bring it back into the center. We're going to roll to the side, and then we're going to roll ourselves up to a seated position. I think I need to go back to my braid. Ponytails just don't seem to last. All right, feet together, sitting nice and tall, diamond shape. As you start to relax, you can start to pull the feet in. Sitting nice and tall, you also have the option to add a forward fold. You should feel the stretch on the inner thighs, a little bit in the crease of your hips. If you're really tight, you may feel this in the top of your glutes, top of your pelvis. Good, let's go ahead and bring it up. We're gonna come to hands and knees. We're just going to do our sit back, so knees are wide, toes are pointing and together. Neutral position, we're gonna inhale, go into cat, arch the back, and then we're going to exhale, tuck our tail feathers, and we're gonna sit our hips back towards our heels. Take one good breath. And then we're going to return to our hands and knees position, and we're going to inhale again to cat. Exhale, rounding the spine, making a hill, sitting back into our hips, stretching the shins, and our neck all the way to our hips. Good, one more time, coming up to hands and knees. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cow, round the spine, sitting the hips back, stretching all the way down. Good, we're gonna come up to half kneeling. So nice and tall, half kneeling. Take one foot in front, and again, that nice good hip tucked position. Nice and tall, and just go forward. So just a little stretch in the crease and in your quads. Good, and if you'd like, you can also add that good lateral bend. Good, let's switch, going to the other side. You can also do this standing if you need to, or even sitting in a chair. This one does good sitting in a chair. Nice good hip stretch, nice good lateral movement. Good, bring it in the center. We're gonna carefully come up to a standing position. So nice and tall. We're gonna come up, hands to shoulders, walk the fingers back. Oh, you can see my bruises. So what happens when you have short girl problems and you have to drill into a ceiling? Good. Bring it down. Ear to shoulder. Opposite arm reaches. Open and close those fingers. Good. Bring it down. Other side. Ear to shoulder. And we're going to open and close. Good. All right. Bring it up. Big breath in. And out. One more time. Big breath. All right. You are all done. Woohoo! Good job, everybody.